Hello, 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 people. I have my special guest here. Welcome to the Black Raspberry Radio Show. Recorded and distributed by S.STREET Media, produced by Mathematics. ¿Cómo está?
I'm fine.
My La Chuly Amaro, one of the best singers that I have ever run across in my life, is here. I've always begged her. We always fall out, but we always fall back in because I love her singing. She sings so well. But you know what? Before I beg her to sing, we're going to talk about some social issues. I wanted to cover SNAP, child support, and ACS just trying to be snatching people's kids up when they don't really have the probable cause to do that. Talk to me, sister.
Yeah, as well as ACS snatching the food stamps off of families in the homes right now. We are having a lot of issues with our housing, our funds not kicking in for the Section 8.
Right.
I'm concerned about the Medicaid recipients, the SNAP benefits right now, what's going on. You know, this is an issue that a lot of families are going through right now, that they're getting scammed too as well. They taking the money out of their cards. And I believe I heard something, it's a link that tells you that it was some funds were passed.
Right.
They passed some funds, so then the families that has gotten their food stamps snatched out of their cards because they clone it somewhere else.
Right.
Some people take the food stamps in Delaware, anywhere. It's like far away from New York City.
Right. I had thought like the EPT cards, is it from the federal government or is it from the state?
Well, I really don't know about that. All I know is the government, I believe it's so, because he's the one that actually, that's who you got to... Supposedly, they passed a bill that the families were, right now, the families are supposed to get the funds back. But it's been many months. This started actually when, in after the
pandemic. Okay.
After the pandemic.
Right.
And it's a lot of families suffering right now. Not too long ago, I was on a post in which they said the benefits were snatched. It was $1,300 and something.
Right.
And 2 days ago, it was $800 that they snatched out of somebody else's benefit card.
Right.
They are actually catching people. Like, you could be walking.
Right.
And when you walk the streets, somebody can just pass with the machine, and can you believe that they can steal your identity as well? Because your ID from the state has a scanning on it.
That barcodes.
So that machine takes all your information from your pocket. If you have your EBT.
Even a credit card then, I guess,
Even the credit card, too. They just snatched all my money the other day from my Uber card. So it's going on in many ways.
Right.
I can tell you the scamming of them telling me, and I received a phone call talking about they have my son and that they will cut his neck off and rape him. This was something that they had me an hour talking to them, telling them, please don't kill my son. And I was crying. I was desperate because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get you the money. All I had was $700. I needed $300. So there's a lot of scamming going on. And a lot of people that don't have the funds, they are actually suffering this situation because there's people that can go to work. It's like you said the other day, I work for my money. But there's people that can't go to work. And there's people that got babies that they want the babies to be able to talk so they can say what's going on with them in the schools.
Right.
Especially nowadays that all this crazy things is going on in the school system. Mm-hmm.
What do you think that they could better improve with housing? The housing thing, like, you think it's voucher? Do you think it's the way that it's built? Because I noticed that a lot of times when they push people, you know what? It's been a long time since I've known somebody, I guess, to get into the new buildings. But as far as the old buildings from back in the days, it's like the buildings don't be right.
I feel like they were built up to break on us.
Okay.
Because everywhere I go where there's low income housing,
right,
I see water pouring from the and I'm in an apartment in which I am the one that maintained the apartment because the landlord right now, he got me on court, telling me, because I came out on my face, to them, like, I can't take it anymore. My son got hurt. So I wanted to get out of there. But when I went to move out, I found out my Section 8 was gone.
Right.
So I'm like, so who's been paying my rent?
Right.
So it's like something is going on in the system, and in whichever way you go, you feel like you have no hope of getting the help that you need, because when you even go to the politicians, they don't have any resource. They keep having you go into Bloomberg's office, you go to Maria Velasquez's office, you go to all these people, and they tell you they're going to help you.
And it's a different story.
So, yes, I am concerned because my community, my low-income community, being that because there's people that are lazy, but I believe that there's people that want to be hired and get paid the right amount of money that they need to get paid. Mm-hmm. They don't get paid the money that they need to get paid. Who you think they're going to hire?
Right.
Someone that don't have the papers.
Right. And that's another issue.
There's another scamming going on there. Like I told you, the ID has a little thing in the back, which is, how you call that?
Barcode?
The barcode, yes. Mm-hmm. It has the barcode. And excuse me, because I'm Spanish, and a lot of English that I speak is from the streets. So I'm trying to be the best I can right now with English, because I really don't talk that language a lot. But because, streets show me my English. So sometimes I ask because I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing.
Right.
So all of that, the stuff that we got, like the chip and all that stuff, it has it. All your cars has it. So there's people that are walking with machines that when they walk by you, you don't even know. You could be going to the store and the guy has the machine and boom, steals all your
shit.
So I advise my people to please buy a RFID wallet so they won't steal your information from your stuff. Because when that happened to me with my Uber card, because I do Uber, I went to go do some Uber, and then all of a sudden I didn't have my money in it. But then I was seeing something funny of people being in certain areas. And you be like, why are they doing there standing for so long?
Right.
These are the people that actually scamming. And it's so sad to say that the technology has gotten so ridiculous that they are doing it straight from the phone too.
Right.
And they will clone your card immediately right at that moment and go right to Queens. And before you know it, your money is gone, and you just put your money right in your card from the Uber app.
And it's crazy how the scam thing going, because even on Facebook, somebody jumped into my Facebook and went and started asking my friends, I need $100. And two of my friends sent $100 to him. Like, since when I need $100 and stole their money? So it's scamming and jamming every which way it's going. But let me jump from that. Joe Biden, what's your opinions of the presidency?
Listen, you already know the first time that I came to this radio, I was telling you about Joe Biden, that he should let the border be, because I did not know the meaning of the wall.
Right.
That was some people go to school, but they don't listen.
Right.
See, me, I was an A student in school, but it got to a point in New York when I started going through the bully stuff, and I started fighting people. So I lost everything that I had in the schools. I started becoming a fighter because I wanted to fight the people that were bullying me.
Right.
So I was in art and designs. That was my last school going to, art and designs.
Right.
In Manhattan. You couldn't fight in there. You could not fight in there because you would lose your art and design, career. So I was kicked out of there. But I really don't want a lot of people that are going to school. I really encourage all the young people to go to school and keep going to school, because let me tell you something. I did not know what the war meant until I read the Bible.
Right. Go ahead, go.
And I didn't know what the war meant until I read the Bible, which is, some people are using it so then their people won't go out. out of and they want to slave them in that spot.
Right.
But there's some people that are using it for protection of the economy and terror of a country.
Right.
So you remember when I first got here that I told you, yeah, they should let the border open. Because if you listen to my last time, I believe it was January 6th that I came to this show, and it's on
2019. It's a long time ago, but go ahead.
Ooh, it was 2019. Wow. Yeah. So it was January 6th, 2019 that I came here, and I was talking, and I was like with what Joe Biden was saying. Yes, let's keep
the borders open
because the world was given to us.
Right.
But I did not know that in between, from time to time, I did not know that the border is for protection of economy and terror of a country.
Right.
Because you're not just going to open your door in your house
to anybody,
for somebody to just come in. They can. You have to even be careful with your own family, who you bring in. Mm-hmm. So I started doing a lot because, let me tell you something. I actually was helping throughout Hurricane Maria. Right. And you know that I was into all of that, going to the Senate, going to meetings, going to people.
To help Puerto Rico.
And I have my own ministry, which is called JRAC.
Right.
It's JARC. Right. Which in Spanish mean Jesus rescuing the fallen. Right. Jesús rescatando al caído. Right. So that's from one family to another. That's donations from one family to another. If they close down the store, I go get all that stuff and I'll give it away to people for free. Right. Even if it could have tax or whatever. That's a ministry. I don't run with the government. Everything I do is with my money. Right. Or people's donation, which is my community. My community sees that I do it, so they come down from places and drop off the donations in front of my door, and I keep doing my ministry. Not mine, because it's really God. God gave me that for me to work with people and continue blessing them. Right. So this is why I wanted to bring all these issues up, because we are in trouble right now with this economy and the snaps being stolen. Right. It is not right. I don't think any family should go through this at all, because if you're letting people come in here, okay, we are helping them too. Right. That's not the problem.
It's not enough resources.
They are trying to make it look like a racism stuff, and it is not, because everybody that comes around me, whether they are from any country there is, they get the help from me. I don't have to say, oh, no, you're not black. You're not going to get my help. Right. No, that is impossible. This is something that's being pushed. And like I said, technology has gotten so messed up that if you don't have the knowledge of your grandmother, which was the time when I was, instead of putting my post on the media, I was going with flyers to doors about my music. You understand? I'm on that time. I don't have time for the fake media, because these people that can be happy on the outside to make you want what they have, but they're not happy inside.
Right. Since that you touched on media, you used to get blocked a lot. They used to shut you down a lot on your Facebook and your Instagram.
They still do.
Okay.
They still do. And for me to be able to be on a channel or any other place that to be heard, they are charging. There's only one radio station that did not charge me, which is Street Media, and another one on Instagram. Right. That's right. They did not charge me, and another one on Instagram that is a Spanish one that they put my song out there and let everybody hear my song through the link. Right. Which was the song that was stolen, but that's another thing. Yeah. Everybody's a scammer in each way. What I say to everybody now is, think about it. When you go outside, when you go outside, it's a totally different view of what you're seeing in the media. Right. Because when you go outside, you see that you don't see nobody talking about no racism stuff. No, this black person or this white person. When I go outside, it's like the world came back in order. Right. Like there's no disorder. But then when I go right into the media, there's
there.
chaos. And you know what? That provokes another person telling another person, yo, I don't like you, I don't like you, let's meet. And that's when problems happen. This is why it's a lot of killing and murder going on right now.
It's crazy. When the last time you went to the studio?
The last time I went to the studio, it was with one of the famous engineers that is... he records Busta Rhymes, Rihanna.
Okay.
His name is G Flow.
Okay.
And I recorded two songs. Yeah.
Okay.
I was able to record two songs.
Are you in a singing mood right now? Oh?
Nah.
A little 16 bar, just a little. Cause she really know how to sing. I always bug her every time I see her. Jackie sing. Could you please sing,
got
Jackie?
me. Like, what you want me to say?
You can sing anything you want, cause I love everything you sing.
Only a piece.
Only a piece.
And I am telling you, I'm not going. You're the best man I ever know. There's no way I can ever go. No, there's no way. No way I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. I don't want to be free. I'm staying, and you're gonna love me.
I told you. I remember when I first met her in the Amboy hallway.
At the shelter.
At the shelter. And I'm walking upstairs and she was singing. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was expecting walking up to a Negro. It's a Spanish woman singing like that? Since that we talking about Amboy, give me I remember you put a post, rest in peace, Seiko.
Amen. Rest in peace.
And it was a time that you stood outside and he did the Matrix.
It was not on Amboy. It was actually on the Sutter one,
On
the
the
brand
Sutter
new
Avenue
one, because
side.
they switched us. Remember,
Right, mhm.
the rat infested, because that's where they put us at, where there's no value, and so then we can give up and just break down. That's the whole purpose of the system. Anyways, Sake was like, all I know is I'm looking out the window like this, and as soon as I look out the window to Sutter like this, because I heard the pa, 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 and all I saw was Sake run towards Herzl and bounce. The guy, he went like this to the, he like actually did the Matrix on the bullets. The guy that shot at him, he was on a bike, and he was shooting at him, boom, boom, boom. And all I see is Sake, boom, 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 and bounce. He stood alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Seiko. We love you.
Rest
baby.
in peace,
We
yeah.
love you.
I remember.
What do you got planned for this year coming, Miss Amaro?
Well, I got my same plans, which is continue helping my communities, continue talking about this people in need. Believe it or not, a lot of people might think I'm ignorant because I don't do a lot of stuff in the Facebook, but coming here, it makes me feel like more powerful that I have a voice. When people give me a voice, I love them for life because they are actually letting all the stuff out that the government don't want to fix. They don't want to fix it, and we need to have them fixed because in the Bible, it also says home come first. So now you serving other people in need. Okay, It was your idea. You said that you can do it. You open up the border. You are feeding these families, but you're taking away from home. And before I give to my neighbor sugar, I'm going to make sure my coffee has it. And then my son has it. You understand? Because you cannot feed other people unless you feed your kids first. Homes come first. And then whatever it is there for the table, you give it to the other people.
Right. That's deep. That's deep.
You can look it up in the Bible. You can even ask if you use it says home come first. Why you think that each person from another country is suffering? Because their government did it, not them.
Right.
They are running away. I'll tell you one thing. Puerto Rico stood there and got rid of one of the governments that was doing a lot of stuff to Puerto Rico. They stood up and they fought for him to be out, and he was out. And that's what each and every country needs to do for themselves, because you're letting go your land. That's your land. That's not the government's land.
Right.
God gave you that. You was born there for a reason. That's your land, your people. And there's people that they really have to go from their land because there is like miserably, they don't have no food. They don't have nothing. I have seen cases that break my heart, and then I understand why they run into this country, because they're saying that we got it, but then how much can we take?
And how much can we give? So let me ask you, how do you feel about Donald Trump trying to run for office again?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When it was his time, and it's coming out from my mouth, and I'm a Democrat, like seriously Democrat. When he was coming, it was his time, we weren't like this.
Right.
The gas price was lower. The prices of the stuff were lower.
The eggs were lower.
The eggs went up to $8. I don't even want eggs no more. And remember, us black people eat a lot of egg with that oatmeal. Come on.
Right.
One thing I found out is that they're trying to say that my mom and my dad is white. And I was like, I got it on my certificate. I'm not playing. I could show you my certificate and you will see. I don't have nothing against white people, because it's not white was killing us. It's evil people was killing us. We're talking about is evil, is good, and bad. Either you change. It's like me right now. Do you think that I did not want it to get the guy that got my son and knocked his tooth out when he was 13, and there was no justice neither? There's no justice. There is no justice whatsoever. So do you think that I didn't want to take a bat? And because that's what they want us to do. They want us to get rid of each other. That's how I see it, because that's impossible that you did not lock the guy that knocked my son's tooth out. And I'm like, and he comes around still. That's mentally disturbing me. You're asking me to get anything around and hurt this person. But my heart is all on me if I want to be bad and good. Right. This is why I tell people, don't go by what they are doing, because it's something that they are doing that they want to see us down.
Right.
And I'm not going to go for it.
That's right. The pandemic has come to a close. What was your feelings like? What's your thoughts?
The pandemic came to a close after Trump left office, because let me tell you something, okay? I wore you saw me wearing that I looked like an astronaut. Right. I had that big, because I'm Uber, and I was like, wait a minute, I got to go make money and serve people. So what I did during that time was I protected myself with big masks, with, the good ones. Right. That I was like, I got to protect myself from this and make sure that the elders are being taken care of. And I was free delivery for many people. Right. But what I'm saying is, how come nobody's paying attention to this no more? But we got to be careful now. Right. Now we got to be careful. Because if now they saying that it's gone, I hear something else about another one coming in. Mm-hmm. You understand? So it's like, wait a minute, you're telling me it's gone, and then I'm going to walk around and I'm going to get something else, because that's what they saying is coming. So I'm like, yo, make up your mind. It's all.
Did you know of a lot of people that passed away from the pandemic? From the coronavirus?
Do you know somebody?
Yeah.
Did you go where they died?
In the hospital.
Okay. Was you able to go inside with them?
No.
Me neither. Say no more. Because I have not known a person, and I ask people, I ask people in the media, do you know somebody? I don't know nobody. Only when they go to the hospital, I know.
Right.
You know, they censored me on a video, which it was
Facebook does a
lot
of censoring. I don't like that.
I'm
They're dictatorships with what you can say and how you can say it and this that.
But they got all this violence going on.
Yes, they'll show that.
So what's
they'll
going
show
on?
That. Mm-hmm.
And one thing I want to thank the person that took over, I believe Cuomo. Mm-hmm. What's his name?
For what?
The governor? No, not the governor. Not the lady. The man. What is he?
Ooh. You talking about Eric Adams?
The black man, yeah.
Eric Adams for the city.
What is he?
The mayor.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank the mayor because the mayor actually, you know, he says things that are affecting us.
Right.
You know? So he's like, you know, we have to take care of our people first. But I don't want him to say that now and then change later.
Right.
Because that's what they do. They do it for us to go for them, and then they put us to sleep in a position that we be like, when we wake up, everything is changed after they take the position. And I don't like that. Mm-hmm. Because you're lying to my people. Right now, the president is saying the economy is right. The economy is not doing right. Mm-hmm. The only gas that is good is the gas that come out the back. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me tell you,
that's free.
when I went down south, and I see that the cost of living down south was just as the same as New York, I'm like, yo, it's effed up. Maybe your rent, maybe you could pay $1,500 and have you a house, 3-bedroom, 2-car garage. Cause I hear 2-car garage, I hear that. But as far as food, it's the same. Eggs, the same. Gas is the same. Down south, it's the same.
Sweetie, it's the same worldwide. It's just not going on in this country. It's going on in other countries too. It's going on in Santo Domingo. Wow. I really send prayers to every country that is going through this, because it's everybody that is low income suffering. It's not the rich suffering. It's the poor suffering and the media class, which was the middle class.
Mm-hmm. Well, the middle class holds it up between the poor and the rich.
Well, guess what? The middle class are starting to get benefits. That's how bad
That's how bad it is. And I know, because when I'm processing cases and it's like, well, why is this person applying for food stamps? Their rent is $2,700. That's why they're applying. They can't buy food because they're paying rent. And it's crazy. They laughed at that man. The rent is too damn high. It was a black guy. A couple of years ago, they kept saying that he's running on the rent. Yes, and governor. The rent is too damn high, and they laughed at him. Oh, get out of here. That man passed away. Now look, the rent is too damn high.
But it's crazy because I feel like they put us in buildings that break apart, first of all. My people are really suffering. And I tell you one thing, Lo, if I have to die because I am talking about this, I really don't mind, because God says speak out loud in a speaker. And I saw myself in a dream on a speaker speaking out loud. You know what that meant? That meant to go to the streets and get my speaker and start talking on a mic, because they are actually shutting me down on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. They do. But you keep talking. Keep pushing.
Again, because grannies are involved in this. We're not only concerned about what's going on with our kids, but we are concerned about what's going on with our grannies, that they are taking them out their apartments because they have low payments. They've been there for so many years, that these landlords and these gringos want to take over everything. Right. And I'm telling you straight up, because in Puerto Rico, the same thing is going on. They are in the beaches. They are taking over the beaches. They own the beaches. They are separating. They putting gates on the sand. And you can't pass that way to get a suntan because somebody owns that piece of the beach.
Right.
This is going on in Puerto Rico.
Right.
So it's not only going on here, it's going on in Santo Domingo too, in which this president wants the border from Haitians to be open to Santo Domingo. You can't do that.
Right. And close it down for Haiti. It's crazy.
If you want to help Haiti, amen. Send some of the money that you're giving Ukraine, send it over there. Because let me tell you something. Our money on another country is more money.
Yeah.
So if they're talking about trillions of dollars, why there's none for my people, but there's some for war? Right. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm. And the United States is trying to butt into this thing with Russia taking over the Ukraine. It's like, don't start World War III.
And let me tell you something. There was funds going to countries that were actually, that they say, oh, Trump wasn't doing nothing. Well, guess what? Everything started getting cut off when they started doing all of this to try to like take over here. Everything he remember what he was saying. I'm a cut off this portion of amount that I'm sending these people if they do this,
right,
and let the other people come through.
Right.
I'm a cut off this country. It was money going to these people.
Right.
It's the government that is stealing from the people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind saying it because one day I know I'm gonna die, and the Lord, what He wants out is the truth, and I'm gonna speak the truth. And I'm not talking about just any Lord, because people's Lord is not the same as mine, Jehovah, Jah. You know, and I'm very, you know, that I am very, very into my God. Not very into Him like I left church, but what He has given me in dreams came out to be true.
Right.
And this is what they want to take away from us, our knowledge as human beings. And we have to fight in peace. Let me say it again. Don't cut that piece off. Because a lot of people be cutting that piece off. They did it to Trump. Mm-hmm. Fight in peace. They caught the word peace and left that fight, boy. Make you look like you want to go out there and do damage to people.
Right. Do you think he gonna win?
Well, let me tell you something. It's around there. It's in YouTube. If you look it up, it's scary because it says he has 2 terms, and then it's gonna be. It says the guy says. They're going to say, impeach, impeach. And he's preaching this 2007 prophecy. And they couldn't impeach him. Mm-hmm. What I don't get is this court issue. If y'all letting the criminals go, why is it that now he's a criminal, but y'all letting the same people go? You understand? People get paid.
Right.
People get paid for sex in the media and you don't stop them.
Yeah. I find that ironic that the insurrection, as they talk about, how he led the charge for them to go to the Capitol and take over the Capitol. Y'all didn't arrest him for that. But you are arrested. You want to make an arrest because y'all said that he paid $130,000 to silence a porn star? That's his money. He didn't have to use no campaign money to pay off her. That's his money. That's how you know things is really ass backwards.
This new videos coming out from the Capitol. It's like, you know, I love my black people. I love my black. I have stand by Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matters with Eric Garner death. I was standing by Black Lives Matters with Floyd's death because I do know and I do understand that my black community get triggered by the cops. I have been targeted by the cops too, you understand? Mm-hmm. But we have to wake up and see who and what really is, because I was by them. I was by his daughter, Eric Garner's daughter, right, when Eric Garner died for a cigarette. So yes, there is bad cops in the prisons. Right. But there's good cops. And I don't understand why they have to stay shut.
Right. They call that
to please the bad one.
The blue wall of silence. We got to stick together and hold it together.
So then don't blame when I'm standing with Black Lives Matters, and I don't represent. I'm not Black Lives Matters, but I be standing with them when it's a death that is facts, that they are saying the truth, which I vouch for Eric Garner's death, because Eric Garner's death was not supposed to happen for Lucy, and then the other ones that was Floyd. for $20 being fake. If you know that a person is doing drugs, you don't treat that person the way you treat a guy that's really gonna go there with $20 trying to rob somebody and it's healthy.
Right. And then
It doesn't matter what you do.
And then you got those cops that was down there in Tennessee that beat that boy to death because they found, I think one of the cops, I think his girlfriend was having an affair. Yeah, the rumor, allegedly.
The boyfriend was the new boyfriend of the girl. She was messing with the cops. One of those cops. And the dude that they stopped was one of the people the person who's messing with the girl now.
And
allegedly.
but just what I want to say is it's crazy. Like when the pandemic happened and the George Floyd thing happened, I think that people sitting home didn't have nothing to do, went out and protest. Being that it's opened up now, you glance at the news, yo, that was messed up, and people's going on with their lives.
But most of these people that are getting arrested, if you look at it, they're not black. See, what the black people did was break on the stores and take all that stuff, but when they did it, they showed their face. They had no fear going over there saying, this and that, whatever. But if you look at it on the top, like not too long ago, they arrested a couple of people. Only one was black. Wow. And it was like 20 of them. I don't know how many of them it was. I know it was a lot of white people and one black person. Right. But the thing is that I'm saying, that's the narrative for you to hate white people. So they are going to have these evil people in between, that are white, that are willing to give their life for the money and for their family to be happy while we out here suffering, killing each other.
It's crazy how you could control the narrative through media.
Yeah.
Media is a very strong tool. You can love people, you can hate people, and you can even make people rich. It's a crazy tool. And I think things like media like Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram changed the world. In these last 10 years, 11 years, it changed. It definitely changed music because you don't have to worry about, I want to get a record deal. Those days are done. You put that shit out yourself and hope the millions of people start liking what you're doing. So you don't got to worry about I'm going to sit outside in front of a record company and beg somebody to listen to my CD. Those days is over. Put that shit right out on YouTube. I don't want to see nobody say, yo, could you listen to my CD? Listen to my CD like you crazy.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that they would not give you as much views as somebody that is already there unless you gain them on your own, which I said that earlier. I could put a song and it won't go viral because they not going to want me to be better than any artist that is out there already out and is on number one. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is I'm going to go back on times, which is making flyers and letting my neighbors know, look, this is the song I made. Boom, boom, boom. Follow me on Instagram, follow and do the flyers again. Right. Because they are literally stopping other artists that have a lot of songs that are better than the ones now. Because I used to listen to music like that until I started like realizing, I don't want my son. I didn't listen to music like that in front of my son.
Right. Like, you mean like the Cardi B type music?
Yeah. Okay. In front of my son when he was little like that. Right. I met Cardi B not too long ago when I came out of the church. Because I was a church girl. I was not listening to the world song. And then when I came out of church and I listened to Cardi, I started liking it. But then I started seeing when the kids started they started putting kids on the stage. I mean, in my time, we wouldn't even take a kid to a club. Mm-hmm. A kid was not able to. The music was not even able to curse on a radio station. Mm-hmm. This is why all these kids are cursing each other out.
And they let cursing go through on TV too.
I am just glad that I am built different and that I still got my grandmother in my heart. I still got my mom's in my heart. And that I will never forget what my grandmother told me. And that I kept that. And that my son probably don't listen to me because of the phone and his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But I tell you one thing, He's going to college.
Right.
And he finds a way to tell them, I'm sorry, Mom, and buys me off. Because you know what? He's not a bad kid. He don't go out there. I don't encourage my son. No, I was smoking weed. I told my son, don't ever do this, because if you do this, it's going to be an addiction that you're going to go broke. Because at one point, I was going broke. We make you broke, baby. Because you be liking that weed. You smoke too much. You don't know how to control it. You're done.
What is it with sons and a mom? What is it with that? Like when I'm just say this, like when that son finds a girlfriend, do you think the girlfriend is trying to pull the son away from his mom, or like what is that?
No, I don't get mad.
Because I have gone through that with my mom too, because I'm the only boy.
I don't get mad at his friends, because you know what? The only concern that I have is what's going on in the streets now, that somebody comes and hurt my child. Right. He can go anywhere. Make a call. Tell me you're going to do this and you're going to after school. Just don't go without telling me. And I already told you I'm coming somewhere. Like today, I was crying earlier because I told my son I was going to come to the radio. And I texted him, sometimes I wish I wasn't your mom. I wish I was your friend, because you're treating your friends better than you're treating your mom. Right. By listening. No treat me, because my son don't treat me. Nothing bad. The only thing that I don't like is that we not doing things together like we used to. I have to go shopping by myself. I see myself all the time by myself. And when he asks me to go to his friend's house, I tell him yes. But deep inside, I'm hurt, because I told you I was going to go shopping or drying clothes, and you're not with me no more. You have to do the duties in the house first, right, before you even go to the streets. I don't care what you do in the streets, but one thing is, the streets and in somebody's house. If I know you outside in the park, I'm worried, because the streets are bad right now. But if you're in somebody's house and you call me mom, I'm my friend's house here, I know he's there, I'm more quiet, I'm more calm, because I know he's indoors, and then nothing is gonna happen to him indoors.
Right. Who's your best singer?
My best singer.
Yeah, man. How many more minutes we got? Okay. Who's your best singer? What kind of music do you like to listen to?
I like to listen to gospel.
Okay. Up-tempo gospel or slow gospel? Or you just like gospel as the whole period?
I like gospel.
I like slow gospel.
There is power in the name of Jesus.
Like that. You know what was one of, this is a singing moment. I just want to make it to heaven. I'll always love you singing that song there. Could you just give us just a little of that song, please?
I told you I didn't want to sing. But we're gonna give
I love that song.
We're gonna give it up for sake. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's right. You already know. I just want to make it to heaven. I just want to make it in. Whoa, whoa. I just want to cross the river. I want to be free from sin. Oh, I just want my name written, oh Lord, written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Whoa, whoa. And when this life is over, I just want to have eternal life, Lord. Oh, I want to hear you say, yeah, well done. Well done, well done. You you can come on in.
See? See? I told y'all, like I said, I was coming up the Amboy steps in the hallway, and I was like, wow, that Negro, this slave here can really sing. And it's like, true, I didn't mean to say all that, because, you know, my Spanish granddaughter, she had asked me, what do you descend from? Where are you from? I said, well, I'm a descendant of a slave cropper. I said that dollar bill that you have in your pocket, my people helped make that dollar bill strong with free labor. So, and they were singing on that damn plantation, that hot sun. Yeah. Before we wrap this up, what would you like to say in closing?
I would like for the people to follow you.
Yes,
on
please.
your media.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's your media?
Black Raspberry Radio, Lorenzo Andrews Productions. I'm gonna shorten up that name some way, but but Black Raspberry Radio, Lorenzo Andrews Productions. And this session right here was brought to you by S.Street Media. I'm happy Chuly Amaro came through on her word, and she came.
I flew.
She flew. She ran
on
every
my
light
moped.
on her moped.
I was eating the lights. Cops saw me and everything. I'm like, excuse me, I gotta go to the radio. Phone.
And she made it here, and I'm so happy, and I'm so honored that, you know.
Well, you guys can follow me at La Chuly Karaoke on Instagram. I'll also have La Chuly on TikTok and Worldwide Underground Talent on Facebook. I will be sharing street media stuff there, and I will be sharing Low Andrew stuff as well.
Thank you, mommy. We're gonna wrap it up, Math. People out there in the
Peace
world.
out.
Shout out to Chuly. I appreciate you. Shout out to Math for not keeping the faith. And shout out to me for bringing my fat ass here. Peace.